All right, so we're gonna go into track mode. Launch control. All right, so left foot down hard on the brake, and then right foot on the throttle.
Okay, and then what?
With the right or left foot down all the way. Put the right foot down all the way. Now drop the brake.
Oh man, that's so good. What's up guys, it's Josh from Blackout Tinting, and behind me we've got two cars. The C8 Corvette from Horsepower Obsessed channel, and of course, my GT4. And the reason we've got both of them here today is I am going to be taking this beautiful beast out for a ride. So I had a chance to drive it very briefly. Justin let me do that. Say hi to Justin. Hi, Justin. He let me take it out briefly a couple of weeks ago, and I had a blast, but I didn't really get to open it up. So we're gonna see what I think about the C8. So what's unique about the new Corvette, of course, if you're a Corvette person, you know this. If you're not, maybe you don't. But they finally moved the engine from the front of the car to the middle of the car. So similar to my GT4 that is also mid-engine, the C8 it compares very closely to the GT4. So we're gonna take them out on the road and see just how similar or how different they are on the road with the driving experience. One thing that you're immediately going to notice, of course, is that's a manual. That one's not a manual. So I know Justin also loves manual transmission cars, but I also know that he really loves this C8. He's falling in love with it. He tells me about it all the time. So there must be something to this thing. We're gonna check it out. Stay tuned.
There's the keys, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, so I just got in the C8, just sat down, and I have been in the car before, briefly, moving it around the garage bay and all that kind of stuff, and I took it for one brief ride. But the first thing I noticed when I get in this, these seats, and it's funny because I commented on how they look, they also feel great. Like really, really good. They're very grippy. They're the perfect size. I'm a big fan of the seats in this. And the other thing is, when I first saw this car come out, my first thought was this is gonna be super claustrophobic. The way this, like, center console tunnel thing is and the way it's angled towards you, it actually isn't at all. It's very comfortable, and the fact that it's all angled towards you might not be great for the passenger, but who cares? It's about the driver in this car, and it's perfect. Everything is exactly where it should be, and I like that a lot. So let's fire this thing up. That sounds good, but it's so hard to beat it. Sound of a V8, it really is. So before we really get rolling, there's something you have to understand about me. I like cars, basically any car. If it has wheels and it has an engine, I will find a reason to like it. I really like cars that perform. With that being said, I'm very partial to Porsche and European cars, Lamborghini, exotic stuff like that. I'm not a Corvette guy by any means. Up until about the C6, I didn't really care for them at all. The C6, I started to like them. The C7, I like a lot. And this thing, I wasn't totally sold on the appearance of the car when they first announced it, but the more I'm around them, the more that I like them. So let's take it for a ride. Of course, the one thing missing from this, sorry, Justin, and it doesn't exist, it's an automatic. I know it's faster than me. I know it can shift better than me, but I don't care. I want to shift. So let's see what we can do here. So right off the bat, you can tell this thing's got a lot more get up and go, especially from a stop. The 0 to 60 is significantly faster on this. They're similar, but you're talking almost a second faster, I think. So definitely noticeable. That V8 puts out some power. Man, that sound, it's hard to beat. I guess it's worth noting, there's an AWE exhaust on this, so it is not factory, but it's pretty awesome. I like the all digital gauge cluster. Is that customizable at all? Can you,
yeah,
you can mess with that a little bit? That's cool.
Yep. You can put pretty much anything you want on there.
Very cool. And the screen is beautiful. That button.
Front and left.
Gotcha. Front camera too.
Yep.
Very cool.
If you get a chance, try to catch a red light where you're the first car, we'll launch it.
Okay. Obviously you have actual launch control, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's one thing that the GT4 is missing, because it's a manual. They don't have any type of launch control. I guess the PDK cars do, but they don't have a GT4 PDK yet. But they have announced it, and And apparently that's coming, I think, in early 2021. So I'm content. I would prefer the manual anyhow, but I would like launch control. That'd be pretty cool. Those downshifts sound great. The shifts are quick.
GM says less than 100 milliseconds for the shift.
Wow. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, that next gear is right there. Dual clutch?
Yep.
Yeah. I like the shape of the steering wheel a lot. I like the flat top, flat bottom. A lot of controls on the steering wheel, which I'm not against. It's just very different from the Porsche.
Yeah.
There's where it's very simple. There's nothing on it. The mirrors and all that kind of stuff, everything's like in the right spot. And I know that might sound stupid, but sometimes you get in a car and like you can't get the mirrors to adjust right. These are perfect. You can see everything around you. And of course the rear view mirror, which is taking me a while to get used to, but we're starting to see it in more and more cars, is the camera. And I was kind of laughing at that one day, and Justin said, yeah, but turn the camera off and see how bad the visibility is, and he's right. So really, without that camera as the rear view mirror, it would be very difficult to see what's going on around you. I do notice that the actual engine noise, so not the exhaust noise, but the sort of chatter that you can hear from the valves and the pulleys and belts and all that stuff, seems to be a lot less in this car than in the GT4. I don't know if there's better insulation behind me in this car than in the Porsche, or if there's just more of a distance between us and the engine, but and I like that. The cabin seems a little bit quieter. Now the GT is obviously a GT car, so it's made to be track focused. So as far as, you know, regular Cayman, maybe they do things a little bit differently to be quieter. There we go. What is red line on this? 65. 65. How many speeds is this too? 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the other thing. My gears are so tall, these you're getting through gears quickly. Which of course provides a little bit better acceleration.
Right.
What's the price of these?
Starting is 59. This one was 82.
Even 82 even, like you get a lot of car.
Yeah.
For 82. A whole lot of car for 59. If 59 would be same drivetrain, right? Just
yep.
Okay, so
the only difference is the amenities, basically.
Interior,
yeah.
Comfort stuff. Okay, I might have to do it. Each turn's alive. It's fantastic. How much torque does this have?
This is 475, I believe.
Okay, so for that much torque, you'd expect the back end to be a little squirrely.
Yeah.
It's really not.
That's where the extra weight comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, they've figured out the traction. Now, right here
you cannot see
is impossible for me to see.
No, there's 2 cars coming.
I mean, if he was not sitting there, I don't even know how I could pull out of here, so that's a concern.
Can you see over there?
No. I mean, like, even if I can't do it.
All right, you can go.
I can go. Fast or just...
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Man, that acceleration. You can feel that torque. And even though it's not a manual, banging the gears with the paddles is almost equally as fun. If Porsche could have the incredible handling and the light feel that they have in the GT4, coupled with the acceleration of this, which maybe that's what a GT3 feels like. They're both 4 liters, but I know the GT3 makes more power. Then I think you'd have the perfect car. That's not to dismiss the handling of this. It's good. It is very good.
The only reason I think the Porsche would outhandle the C8 is because of the lighter weight.
Yeah.
Because other than that, Chevy has this thing set up to handle.
It's very good. I haven't been able to, you know, I'd like to get this on a track too. Really get a feel for him.
Yep.
It's tough on the street. If you didn't catch it at the beginning, this is Justin from Horsepower Obsessed. He's got a large YouTube channel, big Corvette following. Check him out for sure. It's got a pretty heavy feel to the steering. I like that a lot.
That's customizable. You can turn that up or down.
Really?
Yep. So in tour mode, it lightens up. Sport, it gets a little stiffer.
Okay.
And in track, it's the stiffest.
Very cool. Track turn, traction control and stability control and all that stuff off?
You can. It doesn't automatically. But...
Okay. Go down to 3rd from here?
Yep.
Jeez. driving across the country in the Hellcat, which is, of course, an automatic. I was very thankful I was in an automatic for a trip like that. When you need to be, like, doing stuff and drinking stuff and things like that, I want an auto. But if I'm taking a car out just to drive, I want to hit gears.
That's what I was telling Amber. I said my fun car, I'm going to have a manual as a fun car for as long as I possibly can.
Yep.
Because that is way more fun to drive. I know autos are faster.
Yep.
That does not factor in. I want to have fun.
I agree.
If you want to talk about fun in this car, you literally cannot do a burnout. You cannot do a donut in this car. Can't do it.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, let's do it. If you can do it, you will be the only guy that can.
That'll be the next Josh driving a C8 video. I think I can do a donut in just about anything, so we're going to find out.
Now, you can do like a quick spin around.
I mean donuts.
You can't do a donut. It will not let you. You turn off the traction control. Everything is off. It will not let you do a burnout, and you cannot do a donut. You can do a burnout as far as like skidding the tire for a millisecond. That's that.
No, I want to blow the tires off.
Nope, can't do it.
I haven't tried it in the GT4 yet either.
I'm sure you can do it in the GT4.
Yeah.
This one, Chevy purposely seems like they did it to stop people from doing that kind of stuff.
That's interesting.
I honestly, I can't think of another reason why they would have done it that way.
Yeah, that acceleration does not get old.
All right, so we're gonna go into track mode.
Launch control.
All right, so left foot down hard on the brake, and then right foot on the throttle.
Okay, and then what?
With the right or left foot down all the way. Put the right foot down all the way. Now drop the brake.
Oh man, that's so good. The Porsche's missing that. That's really cool. One more time. One more time, then we're turning around and going home.
It's in auto, so you don't have to paddle shift.
Oh, we just do it? It just knows?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Brake down.
How does it know?
Throttle.
Oh, that's awesome. That launches hard and virtually no spin at all. I mean, they have that figured out.
All that weight just transfers over the rear tires.
Now, did the C7 have a launch control at all?
Yes, not exactly like that. So mine's manual, obviously, so the launch control is a little different, but even the auto did have a launch control similar to this.
Okay. So your manual does have launch control?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does it work?
I have never tried it.
Oh, really?
With that amount of horsepower, I cannot imagine it's not just going to spin those tires off.
Yeah, you're probably right. That AWE exhaust is not obnoxious in the car either.
Exactly.
Which is cool.
That's literally their thing. They have what they call 180 drone canceling technology, and the way they explained it to me is that like the sound waves exit this pipe and they come back in and literally cancel each other out.
So it's similar to how noise canceling headphones work.
So that thing it will not be loud unless you want it to be loud.
Yeah, like right now, you can't even hear it.
Yep.
All right, guys, I just got back from driving Justin's C8 Corvette. Thank you once again, Justin. What a freaking blast that was. Guys, I gotta tell you, if you have a chance to drive one of these, do it. I cannot believe the amount of car that you get for the price that you pay. Chevy knocked it out of the park with this thing. They look awesome, they feel awesome, and they drive awesome. Would recommend 100%. I don't know if I'd sell the GT4 to get one because I'm a Porsche guy, but very good car. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed watching me, check out Justin's car. Let us know what you think. Head over to Justin's channel. Hi, Justin. Horsepower Obsessed. And he really is horsepower obsessed. He's got a ZR1 in the garage as well. Very cool cars. And we'll see you next video.